Lagos, Nigeria, a city pulsing with life, a melting pot of cultures, a hub of innovation and opportunity. But beneath the vibrant facade, a darker force was brewing, a force that operated in the shadows, preying on the vulnerable, exploiting the trust of strangers. This was the world of cybercrime, a world where digital predators spun webs of deceit, luring unsuspecting victims into their traps. And in December 2024, the Nigerian authorities launched an unprecedented crackdown, striking a significant blow against this burgeoning criminal underworld. Operation Digital Cleanup, as it was dubbed, saw a force of over 200 Economic and Financial Crimes Commission agents descend upon a series of unassuming buildings in the heart of Lagos. Their target, a sprawling network of cybercriminals known as a hustle kingdom. The raid sent shockwaves through the city and beyond. As the scale of the operation became clear, this was no small-time sting operation. This was a full frontal assault on a sophisticated criminal enterprise. Imagine a place where ambition and desperation collide, where young minds hungry for a better life are lured into a world of easy money and quick rewards. This is the reality of a hustle kingdom, a training ground for cybercrime, a breeding ground for digital predators. Inside these clandestine academies, aspiring scammers are schooled in the art of deception. They learn how to craft the perfect online persona, how to manipulate emotions, how to exploit vulnerabilities. Romance scams, investment scams, phishing attacks. These are just some of the tools of the trade. The ringleaders, often older, more experienced criminals, prey on the desperation of their recruits. They promise wealth, status, and a way out of poverty. But the reality is far more sinister. Those who enter this world rarely escape unscathed. The hustle kingdom is a place where morals are eroded, where empathy is replaced with greed, where the human cost of crime is ignored in the pursuit of profit. One of the most insidious tactics employed by the cybercriminals operating within these hustle kingdoms is the romance scam. Targeting lonely hearts and vulnerable individuals, these digital Casanovas weave elaborate webs of lies, preying on their victims' desire for love and companionship. It often begins innocently enough: a friend request on social media, a message on a dating app, a seemingly chance encounter online. The scammer, hiding behind a carefully constructed facade, showers their target with compliments, affection, and promises of a future together. As the relationship blossoms, the scammer gradually gains their victim's trust, learning their hopes, dreams, and fears. They create elaborate backstories, often claiming to be successful professionals working abroad, facing a sudden crisis or emergency. And then comes the ask: a loan to cover a medical expense, an investment opportunity too good to miss, a plane ticket to finally meet in person. Blinded by love and their emotional connection, victims often willingly hand over their savings, only to discover later that their digital soulmate has vanished, leaving them heartbroken and financially devastated. The world of cybercrime is constantly evolving, with scammers constantly adapting their tactics to stay one step ahead of the law. While romance scams remain a staple, the raid on the Lagos hustle kingdom revealed a disturbing trend: the increasing sophistication and diversification of cybercriminal operations. No longer content with simple phishing emails or rudimentary malware attacks, these criminals are now employing cutting-edge technology and exploiting emerging trends to defraud their victims. Cryptocurrency, with its decentralized nature and promise of anonymity, has become a favored tool for scammers who use it to launder their ill-gotten gains and evade detection. Investment scams, too, have become increasingly common, with criminals posing as financial advisors, cryptocurrency experts, or online trading gurus, promising their victims unrealistic returns on their investments. The use of deepfakes, AI-generated videos that can realistically depict individuals saying and doing things they never did, is also on the rise, adding a new layer of deception to already sophisticated scams. Section 5. The global reach of a local operation: victims across continents. While the hustle kingdom was based in Lagos, its reach extended far beyond the borders of Nigeria, ensnaring victims from all walks of life across the globe. The raid uncovered a treasure trove of evidence pointing to a vast international network with links to organized crime syndicates in Europe, Asia, and North America. Among the 792 suspects arrested were individuals from China, the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and several other countries, highlighting the transnational nature of cybercrime. Many of these individuals were young, tech-savvy, and fluent in multiple languages, enabling them to target victims in different parts of the world. The impact on victims, particularly in North America and Europe, has been devastating. Many have lost their life savings, their homes, and their sense of security. Some have been driven to the brink of suicide, unable to cope with the emotional and financial fallout of their ordeal. Section 6. Nigeria's cybercrime epidemic, a nation grappling with a digital shadow. The raid on the Lagos Hustle Kingdom cast a harsh spotlight on Nigeria's growing cybercrime problem. Once a nation associated primarily with advanced fee fraud or 419 scams, Nigeria has become a global hub for cybercriminal activity, ranking 5th in the world for cybercrime in 2024, according to the VOA. Several factors have contributed to this rise, including high unemployment rates, poverty, a lack of economic opportunities, and a weak justice system. The allure of quick riches and the relative anonymity of the internet have proven irresistible for many young Nigerians who see cybercrime as their only viable path to a better life. However, this illicit industry is casting a long shadow over Nigeria's international reputation, deterring foreign investment, eroding trust in its financial institutions, and fueling negative stereotypes. Section 7. The human cost of cybercrime, stories of loss and devastation. Behind the statistics and the headlines are real people whose lives have been shattered by the actions of these cybercriminals. Take, for example, the story of Margaret, a retired teacher from Edinburgh, Scotland, who lost her life savings to a romance scammer she met on a dating app. Margaret, widowed for several years, had been looking for companionship online. She thought she had found it in David, a charming engineer who claimed to be working on a construction project in Dubai. Over months of daily messages and calls, Margaret fell deeply in love, believing she had finally found her soulmate. When David told her about a lucrative investment opportunity that could secure their future together, Margaret didn't hesitate. She transferred her entire life savings, over £100,000, to a bank account he provided. Days later, David disappeared, along with Margaret's money and her dreams of a happy ending. Margaret's story is just one of countless examples of the devastating impact of cybercrime on individuals, families, and communities worldwide. Section 8, Bringing Down the Kingdom, the Aftermath of the Raid and the Fight for Justice. The raid on the Lagos Hustle Kingdom may have been a major victory in the fight against cybercrime, but the battle is far from over. The 792 suspects arrested now face prosecution, but bringing them to justice will be a complex and challenging process. Evidence gathered during the raid, including laptops, smartphones, and financial records, is being analyzed to build strong cases against the suspects. International cooperation will be crucial in extraditing foreign nationals and dismantling the global networks that facilitated these crimes. The Nigerian government has vowed to crack down on cybercrime, but tackling this issue requires a multi-pronged approach. Addressing the root causes, such as poverty, unemployment, and lack of education, is essential to deterring young people from turning to cybercrime. Section 9, Guarding the Digital Gates, Strengthening Defenses in the Age of Cybercrime. In today's interconnected world, cybercrime is a threat that knows no borders. The raid on the Lagos Hustle Kingdom serves as a stark reminder that we are all potential targets, and that protecting ourselves requires constant vigilance and proactive measures. Educating ourselves and our loved ones about the latest scams, being cautious about the information we share online, using strong passwords, and being wary of unsolicited requests or offers are just some of the steps we can take to mitigate the risk of becoming victims. Governments and law enforcement agencies around the world must also work together to share intelligence, strengthen cybercrime laws, and invest in the resources and technology needed to combat this ever-evolving threat. The fight against cybercrime is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires a collective effort from individuals, businesses, and governments alike. By working together, we can create a safer and more secure digital world for all.